What fire springs forth? What bow does bubble? The black moon swings, and the sky stirs trouble. My Valentines, we kill the light through the shadows. Madness beckons. Weird at night.
Freed from the shackles of time and space, we present Wed at Night!
What's up, everybody? It's your band, The Big O. I want to encourage you to tune in to Weird at Night right here on Converge Media every Saturday at 10 p.m.
Well, hello. It's about that time where we say time out and get very absurd, very real, very surreal, surrealistically sane, and irrationally silly. It's the time where weird reigns and the evils of non-excitement sleep. It's the show that is a stream, not a show. It's the no-budget, high-concept, armchair kid show made for ill-adapted adult minds. Welcome, Motomies, to the one and the only Weird at Night. I'm Patrick Galactic. Yeah, that's me, baby. And I'm guiding you along this hour-ish expedition through music, through stop-motion animated history, through Irish poetry, and much more. That's right. Much more. Much more. We have a brand spanking new video from Terry Monstrosity, the Monstrous Ceremonies, who will bring the lyrical heat, but may just warm your heart as well. We've got a new track from returning WAN fam and Seattle rap Mega Man, Jarv D and Bad Colors. We'll hear from Irish poet Moya Cannon about who sings the songs, and a whole menagerie of public access insanity and inanity. It's a guarantee. It's a guarantee, mon amis, but so is this. Every time. You know, we need a cleaning budget, or maybe even a budget at all. I said it's a no-budget thing, and that's true. The cosmic cobwebs have surrounded the bloated belly of the corpse cosmos, and it is our job, like every job around this place, to resurrect it. We must sing the night its bedtime song. We must serenade the stars with a song of the cosmos. I need each and every one of you, to throw your gizmo emotes in the chat so I know you're singing along. Let's hope to giz this works. Let's give it a shot. I don't know if it worked. You guys were pretty late on the gizmo. Oh, it did. It worked. Okay. Thank God. Matty O'Shea in the chat. Better kitty meow. Hello. In the chat. Back in the high life again, my deadlies. But this is no Steve Winwood career turnaround record. It's Weird at Night. Thank you, my chat cherubs. Thank you very much. Now that we're up and cunning again, we surrender to the confusion and allow the absurdity to elucidate our unconscious. I need you to turn rationality off and turn what the fuck to 11. This cosmic calamity ain't an accident, cowpoke. It's an art extravaganza of galactic proportion. Weird at Night is a weekly art voyage through the stars. We love music. We bring surreal comedy. Weird at Night is like a smoky patchwork quilt with Twilight Zone, 90s public access TV, Pee-wee's Playhouse, and Reading Rainbow all stitched in. We're astonishingly wholesome for people who say fuck as often as we do here. More importantly than all that, though, babies, we're a show immunity. The chat is 100% where it's at. Something you're seeing tonight might have been made by somebody hanging out in the chat. So as always, in these moments, in these very, very trying times, we give thanks to Dante, the ruler of hell and beyond, because they're apparently the most powerful force in the Waniverse as far as we know, because you're chatting amongst royalty. If you love what you hear tonight, say it. You can make someone's very weird night even better. Even better. And now don't fear the darkness, darling. We're weird. It's night. And you're in the right place. Respect for each other and the flow of the show is essential. Distractors and spammers will be ejected. Give us a follow, and at some point in the night, I'm going to sing you a little tune and put your name in the pretty lights on the screen. If you subscribe on Twitch, which is so helpful, I will put everything down, grab my guitar, and write you a 20-second song on the spot. But for now, let the art extravaganza begin. We got Dartone, the former savior of the Waniverse, in the chat. That's always a little terrifying, I'm going to tell you right now, in my apartment, it is about 80 degrees right now. So if the stream is a little glitchy or whatever, I mean, that's the best I can do. Computer's working pretty hard to keep us moving tonight. So hopefully we won't have too many glitches, but we just may. Also, big news this week. Big news this week. We saw the release of something very important. It was the brand new Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And you know your softly burning boy ordered that shit months ago. As soon as it became available for pre-order, I was like, yeah, take my money. And it came out the other day. I've only played it for a couple hours, which is astonishing because this game is like so easy to get completely lost in. The game before this, Zelda Breath of the Wild, is maybe my favorite video game of all time. And I'm not far enough in to say, but Tears of the Kingdom makes Breath of the Wild feel like a total warm-up, total beta programming. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's so much fun. Like I said, I've only played it a few hours, but already would highly recommend. So if you're a Nintendork like me, I highly recommend it. You know, there is a holistic quality to this existence, as I've just now, at 43 years old, discovered. Everything that happens can feed everything yet to happen, and so on. Turns out life is a choose-your-own-adventure book from 1988. Today's pains or agonies become tomorrow's triumphs. I don't want to say I'm a raving megalomaniac or anything, but I'm finding that when I put my considerable ego to the side and really listen to other people, to the happenings around me, to the chaos within myself in times of great stress or duress, I can figure out how best to proceed. The more I cling to the way things have to be, the more painful things seem to become. I don't make the rules, and believe me, that's a very good thing, okay? But I do make this stream, and I believe with all my heart that within each of you, there is a me that believes in you with all your heart and thinks you got this shit. No matter the struggle, no matter the ideals we fail to reach, no matter the financial or emotional hardships any of us might face, if we listen, there are more often than not solutions. I really do believe that. I refer to myself often as the softly burning boy, and the reason for that, it's, well, a song I wrote a very long time ago. The last line in that song is, I don't know how to learn any other way than burn. And that was true for a long time for me. I referred to myself as a hard way learner for most of my life, and I was, but I'm finding more and more that my ego was kind of the thing making it hard to learn. I'm still very headstrong. I still like to find out things for myself, but I don't really care about being right or wrong so much anymore. I don't form opinions so quickly or easily anymore. I try to listen to whomever is talking a bit more. I try to look at the events that take place in my life and ask what would help me make them better next time. I've had enough of being the cool, sad guy, and believe me, I was super fucking cool, okay? So fucking cool. Man, I was cool. But yeah, I've had enough of that. Disaffected cool may be cool, but happiness and personal connection is punk as fuck, and I hope you all are finding your way to do it. But while we find our way there, we must find our way here to the Question Castle. That is correct. In the Question Castle, as you know probably by now, any kind of question can be asked, any kind of question can be answered, and tonight we start things off with an extremely serious question. How many dogs does it take to make a bear? How many dogs does it take to make a bear? At me in the chat with your answer. There's no right or wrong, Deadly. It's just fun. At me, and I'll read your answers as we go along. Dartone does mention that he doesn't have any drugs or explosives anymore. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Dartone. I don't believe you at all. Now, this is a really vexing question, am I right? Obviously, bears are humongous dogs, or a pack of dogs in a bear costume standing on each other's shoulders and whatnot, but how many does it take? How many? I have to imagine at least 4. And then, as the bear grows from a baby to a non-baby, maybe as many as 12. That's my guess. What's yours? I mean, I guess it would depend on the size of the dog. I mean, if it was like pit bulls, it could be accomplished in as little as 3 to 7. Matty O'Shea says 7. Maybe an authority on the matter. Matty O'Shea, thank you for your answer. But how many dogs does it take to make a bear? I really want to know. And I want to know what you think. Does anybody have anything special going on in the chat? A big win, something cool you got planned? Add me in the chat and I'll read those when we get back. Alex, you just went to a big show last night. Why don't you tell us all about it? All right. We got lots to uncover and discover tonight. Mon Amis, Jarv D and Bad Colors, Moya Cannon, and much, 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 much more. But we're starting things off right now with a brand new music video from Weirded Night legend and monster of ceremonies, Terry Monstrosity. Terry's been featured in nearly every episode of Weirded Night because he is a fantastically talented and incredibly insightful human being. He puts his life in his work. I've actually never hung out with Terry, though I suspect that will be changing soon. We were just talking about a little project we might be doing together. But I feel like I know Terry in a way because I followed his work so closely. And as I've watched him drop album after album, I've come to have some understanding. Terry is a family man devoted to his wife and daughter, and you're about to get a big taste of that. This is his new song, Luck. He just dropped it. It's produced by Weirded Night legend, Not For Sale, and we'll be back with more about it in just a minute.
What could you suggest the best behind us? You could try to follow, but your luck is your luck. Not enough, you'll get stuck. Now I'm up, yeah, we up. I don't know, really, I don't know what day that it is. I'm just tripping on my hurricane, taking out anything I wanna blame, living out any dream, it's all the rage. I just wanna be awake and never take a rest. Reproducing ever since I represent a crest. Turn it into something type of what you think is best. Turn it into function likely nothing you could press. We done set it off a bit. Money future, focus on my profit in. Nothing new, sir. Culture and apocalypse, but I got 2 serves, and you know I'll drop it in. You suggest the best behind us. You could try to follow, but your luck is your luck. Not enough, you'll get stuck. Now I'm up, yeah, we up. Gotta swag it, have them in they dag nab it. I'm the challenge, vroom vroom, it's a planet revolving. Turn it round, assumptions spin. If you wanna eat again, we connect the ends. Make a meat, get the cheese, I just wreck a Benz. Not really, I go stupid and forsake the fringe. I'ma turn it into me, myself, and my league. We gon' get it, it's the family, nothing else competes. Seems they eyeing us defeated, we gon' need to feast. Beating down our procedure, cause we the king. Mountain climbing, posted rhyming on deeper themes. Sheets clean, hands washed, the deceitful What could you suggest the best behind us? You could try to follow, but your luck is your luck. Not enough, you'll get stuck. Now I'm up, yeah, we up.
Come out and find 5 at the fair. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Twin Cities live from the Minnesota State Fair. I'm Bob Bruce. We've got a great crowd gathered here today on the fairgrounds, and we've got a very interesting subject. The little fellow that I've got in my hand here, most of you would recognize him as E.T. Today, we have really a couple of subjects, but the same theme. One is, does a little fellow like this have satanic effects on your child?
There are a number of occultic images portrayed in E.T., and probably the thing that I most hold against it I can't say on television, so I'm sorry.
Well, why can't you say it on television?
Because it was quoted to me by the co-writer of E.T.
Oh, well, what is, I mean, can you, in a roundabout way, say something? I mean, is it sexual innuendo, or what are you talking about here?
Yes, he talked about weaving in visual subliminals into the movie itself.
Masters of the Universe, Smurfs, E.T., do you have those kind of toys?
Masters of the Universe, yeah.
Are you afraid that Masters of the Universe is going to have bad effects on your children?
I don't know. I'm not crazy about it.
Then why did you buy it for your children?
Because they want it. I don't know.
The word Beelzebub has been used numerous times on the shows The Smurfs, and in one show, Gargamel drew a pentagram, a 5-pointed occultic star, lit candles at each point, which is an actual witchcraft practice, danced inside the pentagram, chanting a magical spell, at which point a book opened up across the room, a spiritual entity left the book, entered his physical body, giving him power to levitate and do battle against the Smurfs.
You're soaking this all in, and I'm trying to understand it myself. How do you feel about this?
I really can't tell you. I really don't know.
Really can't tell you. I don't know. What the fuck? Oh boy. It's, we have always lived in a world full of very interesting people. It's just these days they have a much bigger microphone, and the things that terrify these people are hilarious. They are hilarious. The Smurfs, Masters of the Universe, which is probably why I'm a Satanist, because I grew up watching Masters of the Universe, and it was my shit. I grew up watching the Smurfs, Beelzebub, etc., etc. So clearly, E.T. is the work of Satan. I'm glad that we've established that. I'm glad we've clarified that. I feel better now. I hope you do too. Great beats from Not For Sale in that Terry Monstrosity track. That dude has such a brand of groove. Seriously, he makes so many different kinds of beats, but I know so quickly when it's Not For Sale. Luck, that track you just heard, is going to be part of Terry's 3rd collab album with Not For Sale, Not For Play 3, dropping in the next month or two. It's crazy because the first thing we ever played from Terry was off that first collab record they ever did, Not For Play, that dropped, I believe, in 2020. Terry's released like 6 albums since we started doing this show. No joke. Seriously. The dude is on a grind of rhyme that is hard to fathom sometimes. I love in that video how it depicts many aspects of Terry's life and what he's got going on. Wife and kids, being a provider, being an artist, working equally hard at all. Fascinating and fantastic stuff. It really looks like we're skipping a lot of frames right now. That is such a bummer. I am sorry, everybody. Matty O'Shea says, I had a Voltron blanket. Does that mean I'm in league with Satan? If so, cool. Naomi Faomi is in the chat. Hey, Naomi, good to have you with us. To the people who saw it, what did you think of Luck? At me in the chat, because I want to know. If you're new, it is 80 degrees in my studio right now. So it is, we got a little havoc going on with the stream. I hope the audio is coming fine. I hope so. But yeah, I'm looking at the stream and it looks pretty choppy. So bear with me. Bear with me. We had a very chill time. Oh, Sexual Corn is in the chat. What up, Sexual Corn? We had a very chill time this past Tuesday on Find Your Weird. If you're not in the loop, this channel is live every Tuesday and Saturday at 10 p.m. On Tuesdays, we do a different format. This more about asking questions, looking shit up. Sexual Corn actually recommended a movie I'm going to be checking out pretty soon. We unanimously decided it would be better to be miniature than giant and described our childhoods in 3 words, amongst other things. But we return now to the